Dale Earnhardt Jr. just dropped a bombshell that could change the future of JR Motorsports. For years, fans and insiders have speculated whether JR Motorsports would make the leap from the Xfinity Series to the NASCAR Cup Series. Now, it looks like that possibility is closer than ever. But this isn't just about moving up, it's about making a statement. JR Motorsports became a prominent establishment in the Xfinity Series, and now has a reputation for honing and training next-off-the-line talents. Stepping up to the Cup Series is a different explosion altogether. Dale Jr. knew about this, and that is why he has been weighing in on options. It is not so much about racing at a higher level, as it is about long-term success in one of the most competitive environments imaginable. JR Motorsports has been talking about entering the Cup Series for years now. The industry insiders felt that the team had all it took to field a winning entry: talent, resources, and leadership. But questions always hung in the air. Where's the money? Was Dale Jr. ready to fully commit to coming with all the rigors? These uncertainties continued to hang and left fans wanting to hear the answers. After that came the Daytona 500. JR Motorsports would dip a toe into the waters of the Cup Series by running a car in that lofty race. Justin Allgaier, bearing the wealth of Xfinity experience, got wedged behind the wheel. Not just a session, was it a tester, but an announcement. Dale Jr. did not keep his eyes off the proceedings. Knowing how things went could very much determine the future of JR Motorsports inside the Cup Series. Great. One amazing performance. For a newbie in the Cup entry, finishing within the top 10 was a terrific achievement. The whole thing was not supposed to be a matter of results on paper, but rather proof to Dale Jr. and his team that they were able to compete on this kind of stage. It answered many of the big questions for Dale Jr. He needed to know whether this was a move he really wanted or if he was simply accommodating a family wish. The Daytona 500 demonstrated that his passion was real and that taking JR Motorsports to the Cup Series was not only possible, his heart and head were all in on the charge. But now, with all the right pieces falling into place, Dale Jr. is as close as ever to making this dream a reality. There's much more to this story, however. It will be interesting to see what comes next in this saga. What Junior Motorsports venturing into the Daytona 500 was complete. Compete, learn, and evaluate how they measured up on the biggest stage. What happened next exceeded that benchmark. Justin Allgaier, drawing up plenty of experience from the Xfinity Series, put in a terrific showing to bring the car home with a top 10 finish. For an initial Cup Series effort, this was an amazing success. Visibly great for Dale Jr. because of the result, but more so for what it meant for the future. It was more than a one-shot experiment. It meant that JR Motorsports could run with the best. To him, the Daytona 500 was more than a race. It was clarity. After years of asking himself if moving JR Motorsports to Cup racing was any good for him, or if he was just walking in his late father's footsteps, Dale Jr. could see why this was a thing for him. He had to see his team perform to be sure that his wish to run in Cup racing was out of genuine passion and not because of family ambition. With such clarity, he could embrace this life-altering decision with confidence. Elsewhere, a move to the Cup sincerely does not depend on mere passion or on how the team performs. It is a move driven by money. Fielding a competitive Cup Series team is a sizable financial commitment to make. Dale Jr. and his sister, Kelly Earnhardt Miller, have discussed this issue ad nauseum. They have recognized that JR Motorsports has the talent and know-how to run. In the absence of solid financial support, however, it is not sustainable to run a Cup Series team. Realizing sponsorship deals and partnerships will set this endeavor into motion. Dale Jr. knows that he has faced his share of obstacles before, yet securing funding for this monumental step may just rank as the mother of all obstacles. He and Kelly have started reaching out to possible partners who are aligned with their vision and can assist them in developing a competitive program. Dale Jr., standing on the brink of such a monumental decision, would have a good idea of how rocky that road will be. However, with the right mix of passion for the project, performance on the track, and financial support, JR Motorsports could shock the NASCAR world with a competent transition into the Cup Series. And man, does the next chapter in this saga promise to be exciting? The fans can hardly wait. Dale Jr. is seeing a big opportunity with the shifts in NASCAR's charter setup. The charter model is now giving a more sustainable and predictable financial framework for the teams. This very change is putting moving to the Cup Series not just in the realm of dreams, but also mockingly viable as a business proposition. Dale Jr. hopes that their impressive Daytona 500 performance will give them a good chance with sponsors and investors. Interest in sponsorships could thus tie together with the rising valuation of charters in potentially creating a sustainable model to support JR Motorsports' long-term success in the Cup Series. Dale Jr. knows that racing is never about one person winning. He clarified that the real strength of JR Motorsports is in its people in the background of everything. The team mixed youthful talent with the experience of the old guard, ensuring a proper balance of fresh ideas and profound experience, allowing themselves to be fast and perform exceptionally on the big stage. Dale Jr. often mentions how profound this journey felt due to the untiring effort and dedication of those who participated. Their combined effort made this an accomplishment and further solidified the team's will to fight the next challenge. Dale Jr. just wants to be involved with racing at all levels, which makes the activity itself both an exciting thing to watch and annoyingly hands-on at times. He loaded the car and saw to it that all things were for the Daytona 500 experience. Seeing the process from a close-up reminded him of what he was first inspired to love about racing. Such hands-on involvement rekindled his passion and gave him a better appreciation for what it takes to succeed at the Cup Series level. For JR Motorsports, the experience was more than just another event on the calendar. It was certainly an event to remember. Crew members compared the race experience to some historic achievements in Dale Jr.'s career. Longtime members of the team, who have seen and experienced quite a lot involving competition at the highest levels, admitted that something felt different about this moment. It was an overwhelming emotional experience that was difficult to put into words. Everything made it that much more memorable. Events won't be exciting for Dale Jr., and they represent an all the more realistic scenario for the wealthy finances that lie ahead. In buying a Cup Series charter, Dale Jr. has clarified that he'd love to help the move, but would not risk the financial well-being of his family. He understands that investment into the Cup Series needs sufficient funding, and as such, finding the right partners is fundamental. Without strong financial backing, the dream of moving to the Cup Series would remain just that, a dream. Daytona's solid performance has indeed opened up new doors for JR Motorsports. Dale Jr. has indicated that it may become a talking point with investors and partners watching the direction in which the team will be looking concerning potential in the Cup Series. One encouraging factor is that, in his view, should this move take place, the opportunities will present themselves. Dale Jr. is deliberately waiting and working on the right strategy to ensure that when this time arrives, JR Motorsports will be ready to go for a long-term commitment to the Cup Series. Dale Jr. is at the height of his zeal and determination to take JR Motorsports to the next level. The journey is far from complete, and given the right partners and financial means, JR Motorsports might take its permanent place in the NASCAR Cup Series. The excitement of Daytona has rekindled hopes and possibilities for a prospective future. What do you think about Dale Jr.'s potential move to the Cup Series? Could JR Motorsports become a top contender? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on this incredible journey.